Horizon Forbidden West is a worthy follow-up that delivers not only on more interesting lore and characters, it also delivers great quality of life improvements as well as accessibility options that make for a fine evolution of the first game. Hello guys, welcome to a new Ace Eyes video, and today we're going to review Horizon Forbidden West, the newest PlayStation 4 and 5 exclusive. Let's see how good it is. Is it worth your time? Let's find out.
Big machine. There's no way I can fight that thing underwater.
When I started up Horizon Forbidden West for the first time, I was absolutely blown away by the graphical fidelity brought by a PlayStation 4 title. This is absolutely the best looking open world game that you can play on previous gen hardware, period. Surpassing the first game, which was already beautiful, but also other titles like Red Dead Redemption 2 and The Witcher 3, with dense foliage everywhere, a really broad draw distance, you can see almost every small detail in the distance, high quality character models and animations, and beautiful lighting. The game ran pretty smoothly on PlayStation 5, with pretty fast loading times and different performance modes to choose from. There were some visual bugs and slowdowns in some areas. Guerrilla Games did bring out a new patch to fix some of these issues, but I haven't played with this patch because I finished the game already before it came out. But for the most part, the game is pretty stable, so don't worry on its technical performance. It's pretty good right off the bat. I have to mention though that the character performances this time around are far more lively than the previous game, with far more facial and character animations, which I really loved. It makes the game far more immersive and higher budget. Sound design is pretty good, especially the voice acting and the environmental sounds are all great. I am a little bit more disappointed with the music variety in the game. The music is good, but I probably heard the same track for more than 25 hours, which did start to irritate me a bit. So I would have liked a little bit more variety in its soundtrack. Not so much the boss fights and like specific moments that have specific music. That's all good, but I'm more talking about the open world music when you traverse the open world. Field themes, basically. I would have liked this, have seen some more variety because it's pretty stale after a point. When it comes to the graphics department, Horizon Forbidden West is a home run 10 out of 10. Although I do wish there were some more music variety to aid the experience on the sound department. But damn, this game looked good.
Whoa!
The gameplay stayed relatively the same from the previous game. Why fix something that isn't broken? The gameplay in Zero Dawn worked well, and it works yet again in the Forbidden West. The fights with the robots are still fun and exciting. Every robot has its weaknesses that you need to target with different weapons and elemental ammo at your disposal. What I did not like was the targeting system itself. I do like the fact that the weak parts are color-coded. So for instance, purple might be a weak spot, or yellow might be a explosive spot, or green is an explosive spot. But when you are in a fight scanning for weaknesses, it becomes dull and clumsy, especially if the robots attack you at fast movement speeds and large AoE attacks that you don't really get the time to scan properly. So if you are going to encounter a really difficult robot, I advise you to scan before you fight. Because when you are in the fight itself, it's a little bit more difficult to do that. The combat system is still pretty strong. You have all kinds of weapons at your disposal: bows, tripcasters, spike throwers, bolt casters and blast slings. You can also place traps on the ground to do some really big specific elemental damage to a certain enemy. And these can be pretty powerful. However, the melee combat is still probably the weakest part of the game. There isn't really any depth to it, and it just serves its purpose of being there. The addition of the Valor Surge powers is a great one, giving more options to the player to do some real damage. There are also some new tools that amplify the exploration in the game, as well as puzzles that add even more variety. You can still also override machines that will fight next to your side, or you can use them to mount them as your personal ride, which is still pretty fun. And yes, there is finally a flying mount in the game as well. There are many quality of life changes that I really loved. The quick scan is probably my favorite one, as well as the new climbing system. Items that you find now go to your stash when your carrying weight is over its limit, which is a great addition. Fast travel between campfires is also now free of charge. You still need a fast travel pack though, if you want to fast travel from a random location, which is understandable, but I really liked the fact that they made the fast travel system free when you are at a bonfire.
This isn't a prank, Travis.
I know. All I did was just script a couple of avatars. A little you, a little me.
I liked the story in Horizon Zero Dawn, but the world design and the side quests did not really interest me back then. Luckily, Forbidden West fixes these issues for me with actually better side quests and more interesting characters and lore. My biggest gripe were the tribes and villains. They were really bland and faceless. Luckily, Forbidden West takes a different route and makes its tribes more interesting with internal conflict and characters that you want to root for. Even the original characters from the first game, Varl and Erend in particular, have far more spotlight and are done far more justice in this entry. The new characters that they introduce are also very well done in Horizon Forbidden West, and it feels more now as a full memorable cast than the first game had. Aloy herself though is a good character, but she still isn't really that great compared to other female main characters in other games. The overall story direction though that Guerrilla Games took is really interesting to me. Some people may not like these changes, but I am actually in favor of them, creating more risk and what's at stake for the future of the world of Horizon. I am really looking forward to the third installment that will tackle new issues that the Forbidden West brought in. I am slightly disappointed though in Silence, his role in the game. I thought he would get more character development in the second entry, but he was mostly on the sidelines. He was a strong character in Zero Dawn and I expected a bit more from him in this sequel.
Through a lifetime spent in the pursuit of knowledge, one question consumed me. How did our world come to be?
Horizon Forbidden West might stumble on some pretty small fronts. It is still a true sequel that builds perfectly on what the first game did and even wins me over with its better in-game lore and characters, which is a true evolution. It's also a graphical powerhouse that probably won't be topped by any new cross-gen PlayStation 4 game in the near future. Horizon Forbidden West is yet another banger PlayStation exclusive that shows its dominance over the competition, and it truly shows that Guerrilla Games is now one of the best AAA studios in this industry. Horizon Forbidden West receives a 9 out of 10 with a skill score to 9. Now, did you guys enjoy this review, this Ace Eyes review? Let me know in the comment section down below. Tell me what you liked about the review. Maybe you agree with some points or you disagree. Like our video and subscribe if you want to see more of us. Also visit our website aceeyes.com to see more stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.